Recently, I made this video about the worst things about being your own boss. And in the interest of fairness and balance, today I'm going to be following that up by sharing with you the things I love most about being my own boss. Well, welcome to the channel today. An extra special welcome if it is your first time here on the channel. And if you do want to build a business that you actually do love, a business that you run and doesn't necessarily run you, then make sure you subscribe, because that's what this channel is all about. It's not necessarily about here today, gone tomorrow fads. It's about building real businesses that free you up to enjoy life more, to make an impact on the world and do great things with the one thing that nobody can get more of, and that is time. So I hope you enjoy the content today. I'm going to be running through the things I love most about being my own boss. I've got 10 of these and I'm going to try and get through them in 10 minutes. 10 things in 10 minutes that I hope inspire you to either begin or continue on this entrepreneurial journey that can at times feel like a roller coaster. So number one is income. Let's start with the one that everyone thinks about first often is income. And when you're your own boss, there's theoretically no cap on your earning potential. Unlike Jim Halpert in one of the US Office episodes, where he hits his commission cap and then just wastes the rest of the day, week, month, because he can't earn any more money. And so many people in the world today, they get their sort of small percentage salary increase that doesn't really even meet with inflation, and it can be sort of demotivating because there's a cap on what you can earn. My son, the other day when we were hanging out, went to watch a movie together, and walking back, he's asking me all the random questions that an 8-year-old does ask you, and he asked me, "Dad, like, what's the best paying job? Is it the president or is it a king?" And I said, well, neither really, because neither is going to pay particularly well. I don't really know how much kings get paid, but presidents, politicians, they'll get a 6-figure salary, but it'll be very much in the low 6 figures. And so I told him the highest proportion of people that have the most wealth in the world, the highest paid people really are business owners, because there's no cap on what you can earn. Now, of course, there are lots of circumstances that go into that, and you have to obviously run a business that is successful in order to see that. But theoretically, there's no cap on the income you can earn, which is highly motivating to work hard, because the opportunity is there for, the more work you do, the more you can earn. So number one is income. Number two, to follow that up though, is impact. And this was one that gets me really excited. The author Simon Sinek, he says that money in a business is like fuel in a car. You need the money to be able to take the car where it's meant to go, the car representing the business, but you didn't get the car for the sake of the fuel, just as you don't start a business for the sake of the money. And unfortunately, in the world today, and because of this, I suppose, YouTube guru culture where everyone's saying, start an easy business that's going to provide you with money on the side hustle to travel the world and live on a beach for the rest of your life. This kind of pervasive culture is encouraging people to start businesses for the sake of money, when there's actually, so much more purpose behind business, or at least there should be. And so what I love about being my own boss is the ability to make an impact with the organizations that I run. I can make an impact through my businesses by reaching more customers, but I love also the fact that I get to make an impact in the lives of my team by being the best boss I can possibly be, by trying to be generous, by trying to have a great working culture. And that's something we're continually trying to build over time, but that's something that I really get enjoyment out of. The idea that people love working for our companies is an incredibly fulfilling and incredibly satisfying thought, because we're not just earning money, but we're making an impact. The thing I love most, number three, is flexibility. Now, depending on the business model you're operating, there may well be a fair amount of time and location freedom that you are afforded. You could wear what you want to work. Like, in fact, right now I'm just wearing these like Nike gym pants, a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. Like, it's super basic, as you guys will have come to know from me. I don't put on a shirt to kind of do these videos anymore. I kind of thought I'm going to wear what's comfortable. I'm going to wear what I enjoy wearing, and not try and be anything for anybody, because what's the point of of dressing up smart to show people that actually you have the freedom you want. And, there are different views about that with respect and all that kind of stuff. But for me, I love the flexibility that being my own boss brings. I can, when my kids get home from school in a minute, I'm going to go down and see them and wrestle with my son and give my daughter a big kiss and, spend some time with them. And I can do that because it's flexible. I work when I want to work. I work when it's suitable for me. And when there are other things going on in my world that I want to do, I can do those too. So I love the flexibility of it, of course. Number 4 is I love the autonomy. Autonomy meaning I get a certain sense of independence. I can make decisions in my business for myself. I can think, right, what do I want to do with this business? Where do I want to take it? What kind of culture do I want to create? And we can go there. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's been in an environment where the boss is a boss that kind of says one thing and does another. Do as I say, not as I do. Or maybe the culture isn't particularly enjoyable to work in. It's maybe mean-spirited or overly competitive to an unnecessary level, and it's not an enjoyable place to work. And whereas actually now I get the ability to craft the culture of the organization. I get that autonomy. I don't have to ask my boss, hey boss, can I launch this product? Hey boss, can I offer this opportunity? Hey boss, can we create this culture? No, actually I can create the culture in the organization that represent the values that I have, which again is something that I really love. Number 5 for things I love the most about being my own boss is growth. I love the fact that by doing this, doing what I'm doing with business, it actually causes me as a person to grow so much. Now, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, as you probably know, is a bit of a roller coaster ride. There are challenges, there are setbacks, there are many things that we have to go through, but actually by going through those things, we grow as people, as leaders and business owners, and it really does prepare us for the greater things that are ahead. So I love the fact that during this time as a business owner, I'm growing significantly. My ability to solve problems, my ability to generate revenue, my ability to help people. It's this sense of greater responsibility in the midst of these challenging processes that cause me to be able to become the person that can then go on to make a greater impact and of course make a greater income as I do that too. Number 6 is choice. I love the fact that I get to choose who I relate to. In an office environment, if you don't like your coworkers, quit. If you don't want to do that, well, then you need to wait for them to quit, or you just have to put up with it. Whereas when you are your own boss, you can have people on your team that you actually bond with and get on with. And then, of course, you can go outside of your organization to actually be intentional about the relationships you create. I love the fact that I get to choose who I spend my time with. I don't have to spend my time with negative people. I don't have to spend my time with mean-spirited people that just want to earn more money than me, like I used to in my old careers. I can spend time with people that are encouraging, that are wanting to do the same things as me, that are generous, that are aspirational. And so as a business owner, I get the choice of doing that, which is for me, again, another big upside. Number 7 is efficiency. I get to be very efficient with my time. I don't have to travel to work. I just travel to the bedroom in my house. It's a very short commute. I don't have to go to meetings that are pointless in nature. I don't have to carry out redundant tasks that have no purpose in the wider context of the goals of the organization. I know that everything I do is working towards something, and you can build a team around you so that your efforts are highly optimized, meaning that you are doing what you do best, and so the return on your time investment is highly productive and efficient. And then depending on how you set it up, of course, being a business owner can also have its efficiencies with finances, like being very tax efficient and so on. Number 8, we are powering through these. I'm going to hit that 10-minute mark. Number 8 is the intrigue that it creates. Being a business owner, you tell someone that you own a business, and pretty much every time it will create a certain sense of intrigue. Without doubt, you become more interesting as a person, more interesting to talk to at parties. And now that might seem narcissistic to some people, but it's just a fact of life. People understand that if you run a business, it means that you have to carry a certain sense of weight, responsibility, management, leadership, and so it immediately creates a I suppose a mutual sense of respect, and people generally I've found are interested in what you do. If you tell them, I run my own business, of course, always the follow-up question is, well, what do you do? And it can open up conversation, great conversation starter at a party. And so I love the fact that, there's a sense of intrigue about business, and I feel that I can then go on and help people with that. And which, helping people is just brings a certain sense of joy into your life, which leads me on to point 9, which is the enjoyment. And now, if you run things right, then there's a great opportunity to actually enjoy what you do in your business. Because you can delegate away the things that you don't enjoy doing to someone who does enjoy doing them. Like me personally, I don't enjoy doing loads of admin, but there are people that love doing admin. Find people that love doing it, build them into your team, and only do the things that you enjoy doing. Now, of course, that's a journey, and that takes time, and that's dependent on the revenue that you're generating to be able to build the team to hand that stuff off to. And it is a process, of course, but it is one that is very much achievable, and often way more achievable than a traditional job where you just have to do what you're told, to be able to actually create and craft the life and the lifestyle that you really enjoy. So I love that fact too. And then finally, number 10 is the idea of fulfillment. Just like finishing like a hard-fought DIY project. Like I recently, last week, posted a video about my office, and I put this thing up on the wall here. I put that up, and I built with my wife's desk that's downstairs. I built some side tables in the lounge. I built some other things over time, and there's something satisfying about building something, then using it actually looking semi-okay, and thinking, man, this is actually helping people, it's serving a purpose. And the same is true with a business. It's a pretty fulfilling thing to sit back and look at something that you've poured time, energy, and effort into, and look and see that it's actually helping people and making an impact in the world. There's not many more fulfilling feelings than that, to know that what you're building is not just some money-driven pursuit, but it's something that's making an impact on the world. Not all business, like I say, is fulfilling, because there is this pervasive culture of, starting a side hustle to earn some extra money, to, go and travel to certain places, to take photos, to put them on Instagram, to impress people that you try to get away from your old job, and just like a really, just backwards culture in all of that. Not all business is fulfilling, but I believe it should be, and if you're not getting fulfillment from what you do, I think you have to sit down and ask yourself why. Time is short, it's always running out, and we have to use the time that we have, I believe, to seek fulfillment over finances. Now listen, if you want to learn more about how to build a business that is going to both provide you with an income but also make an impact on the world, then subscribe to the free Brand Builder Bootcamp training that we have available for you. It's totally free, no credit card required. It'll teach you how to build a real brand, something that's of real value, that really does serve people in the world, and make a good income from doing it at the same time. The link for that is in the description below, and you can check it out now. If you want to be able to become a better boss that generates more revenue, so it can free you up to do those enjoyable things that I talked about, and more of the things that matter, and what you need to do is you really need to be able to focus on getting some good hard work done, some deep work done. And in order to do that, you need to learn how to focus. Check out this video here that I made all about that really should help you in your journey as an entrepreneur. If you've liked this video today, please smash that thumbs up button just to let me know that you enjoyed it. And if you're not already, please do subscribe with those notifications on, so you hear every time I'm uploading one of these new videos. All right, I'll be back on Thursday with some more practical content for you to help you grow a great business. All right, I'll see you soon.